Folks, hope you all are doing good. So let's start today's weekly outlook. So it's a new month, so let's start from the seasonality charts. Okay, every new month we will go through the seasonality charts. Let me open seasonality charts. See the seasonality chart of US dollar index, right? And we can see that in the month of July or in the month of June, we can see a price dipping, dipping and making a low, right? So it looks the month of June looks little bit bearish. Average return by month, it's looking bearish. Okay, so June, the seasonality chart is saying us that we can be bearish in this month, or maybe we can go through some sort of consolidation. Okay, so bearish and consolidation will be in our mind. So let's go to the monthly chart right now. So here we go. So monthly charts will give us some idea that what we can expect in this month. So right now we can see that price is respecting this order block, right? We might have closed above this fair value gap that make this an inversion, but we did not saw any expansion above it. It has closed, but shall we expanded above this high? Nope. And it's an inside candle. So this whole price action is inside this April month candle. So let's see if I can go to the 3 month, what we can have. Okay, so 3 month we have tapped this rejection block. We have failed to close below. Okay, so in monthly we can't find a clear bias right now. Okay, so let's switch back to weekly chart. Right, in weekly, what did we saw? We saw that in the last week we have tapped this weekly order block, right? And we saw some expansion, but still we are inside this weekly inside path, right? And we have failed to close above this high. Right now let me remove this monthly inversion. We have failed to close above this high, right? Or we have failed to expand above this high, and we have created this weekly order block. We have tapped this weekly order block. Right now the draw on liquidity would be this low, right? This low, but the daily has to confirm the idea. So in daily we saw that most probably this order block we have closed below this opening price of this candle. So this can be considered as an order block, right? So this order block has to push the price lower, okay, lower till the immediate term objective would be this low, and the long term objective in the coming week would be this low, right? And what negates this idea would be price closing above this bearish candle. If price closes above this bearish candle, that makes this a high probability order block. Why? Because a order block is created, this order block is created after breaching a order block. Like this order block is breached and a new order block is created. So that makes this as a high probability order block, right? And we already and the one more thing is that we have taken out this low. Okay, so if price closes above this candle, right, then we can change our bias and we can switch to the bullish bias. But right now the bias is can be neutral, but I'll be leaning towards the downside, right? So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. In 4-hour time frame, we have pretty much closed below this, right? We have closed below this. We have tapped this fair value gap. So then this can be your drawn liquidity right now. This is the drawn liquidity. And how can we trade this? So let's wait for your order block to form. If the next candle on Monday opens and closed below this, right, that makes this as a high probability order block. And again this order block will help us to push the price lower, and all the measures, the Euro USD and the GBP USD can move higher. So that can be your immediate term drawn liquidity, and this is the long term drawn liquidity coming in the next week. Okay, that's the objective, and and we have all the invalidation as well. So I have explained everything. Now come back to the Euro USD. in Euro USD we saw that let's start from the monthly time frame. In monthly time frame we saw that price has closed. The important thing is here is that price has closed above this opening price, right? So it has closed above the opening price. So now the price closed above this opening price, the drawn liquidity will be the high of this candle, right? The high of this candle will be the drawn liquidity. Let's come back to the weekly time frame, and this is the high which I am talking about. This can be a drawn liquidity in the next week, and we have already tapped this fair value gap, and that makes this as an outside bar candle, right? So come back to the daily. So in daily we have already closed above this candle high, so it means then we the drawn liquidity next day will be this, and the next week and the next week will be this. So this is the immediate term drawn objective, and this is the long term or the next drawn liquidity, right? Now come back to the 4-hour time frame. In 4-hour time frame we saw, what did we saw? Okay, so we saw that there is an order block created. That's a high priority order block, right? Because it rebalances this fair value gap. That makes this a high priority order block. Now we have a tiny little fair value gap in 4-hour time frame. Okay, so this fair value gap and this order block, right? Why this is a high priority order block? This order block is created while disrespecting this bullish order block, bearish order block, right? So this is a high priority order block, and now this order block or this fair value gap would be responsible for moving the price higher till this high and again this high. Okay, and when my bias will get invalidated, when this order block get invalidated, then I can switch my bias to the bearish and we can target to the lower side, right? That's my bias in Euro USD. Let's come back to the gold now. Okay, let's start from the monthly time frame. In monthly we saw price has fell so close above the high, so the drawn liquidity would be lower to the downside to this fair value gap and eventually to this fair value gap, right? Okay, at least I will be expecting retracement till this in coming months, but this is the long term, but this is the immediate term objective. Okay, and let's see if in weekly time frame what do we have. Okay, in weekly time frame we have tapped this order block. Maybe we can again come back and we'll take out this high. Okay, as the dollar is bearish, so we can come back and again take out this high and we can move lower to this fair value gap. Let's see what we have in daily time frame. In daily time frame we have the daily order fair value gap as well. So to target this fair value gap, I need to see a close above, like I need to see a good closing. Okay, right now it's very difficult to say whether price is going lower or it's going higher, right? So I need a confirmation here. Okay, I need a confirmation, but I'll be sorting here if price come back to this fair value gap. So this is the good area to short till this low, right? That's a good range to play. So every pop above the high will be the will give us the right sorting opportunity, right? But don't do anything stupid here. Let price shows us the way. Okay, let it create the PD area. If it creates the bearish PD area, then we can target this, and if it created bullish PD area in the daily candle, then we can target this and again come back to here. Okay, that is the whole bias from the gold. Now come back to the BTC. In BTC chart, let's start from the weekly, because the monthly candle is not closed yet. We are forming an inside candle here, and it's nothing. There's nothing much here, but we have not tapped this. We have a weekly fair value gap here, so that would be the drawn liquidity, but it's the inside candle. We can't say anything else. Let's come back to the daily time frame. In daily time frame, we can see that there is so much candles. There's so much candle printed inside this candle. That makes this is a good range, and after that we have a fair value gap here. Okay, so I think that is a good area where price can retrace back to, and it is also coming inside this OT, I guess. Yeah, it's a good golden zone, so OT to trade. But now see what do we have in the lower time objective. Yeah, so this is a good range. I can see a good range here. It is a order block which is not tapped to the opening price. So in 1 hour time frame, I'll be expecting price to tap this fair value gap and move the price lower till these lows, eventually tapping this weekly fair value gap, right? So the bearish in daily BTC. Now let's switch back to odd USD. Odd USD, the draw on liquidity will be this weekly fair value gap. We already formed the inside candle here. The 3 candles inside one single, and what do we have? Okay, so we have not closed above this. No, still no closing here. Let's see. No, can't say. It's pretty not that easy to predict here what the next candle is likely to happen. I will wait and watch. Okay, so Euro USD is going to give us a good trading opportunity in the next week, right? And GBP as well. This is the weekly fair value gap, which I think is likely to remain open, but just in case if price come back to this weekly fair value gap, then that's also a good opportunity to long. Let's see what do we have. If price closes below this down close candle, this up close candle, then we can target this. But I would rather say just wait and watch here what's going to happen. Euro USD looking good, as well as the BTC USD. Okay, I hope you guys got something from this. Okay, so thank you for staying till here, and see you in the next video. Have a good week.